What's up, guys? It's Charles here with Rocket Punch Army to do another review. We got the, what do you call it? This Optimus Prime. This is the Threezero Transformers Bumblebee Deluxe Scale Collectible Figure. Before I get started, I just want to make sure everybody out there is keeping safe with all this virus stuff going on. If you're watching this 10 years down the line, yeah, there was a time when people had to stay home. Or maybe when you're watching this 10 years later, it's all Mad Max stuff going on, but whatever. Anyway, for now, I'm going to be doing this, so I just wanted to say that. Don't want to make the whole video about it. But, yeah, Optimus Prime, Transformers Bumblebee Deluxe Scale Collectible Figure. Before I continue on that, also, I just want to mention that this is coming to me from BBTS. And make sure you check it out. If you want one of these, just check in the link in the description below to get your own. Alright, so the box, it's a nice box, nothing fancy. You can see it's just a matte finish box, but it does have this magnetic opening front, where here you see the figure. Might be a little dark, but you can see that, right? It's got a nice little illustration there, and then of course the actual figure itself. And if it's anything like the Bumblebee figure, which I'm sure this is much better, since it's Optimus, I'm going to be very happy. Now, as we take a look inside, it comes in a nice little clear plastic clamshell wrapped in plastic to protect all that beautiful paint, which we'll see in just a moment. Right, and all the accessories, and of course it comes with a stand. You know what I'm going to say about that already. Not a big fan, blah blah blah, but it does have a stand right here that you can hook them up to if you want to pose it and stand it up. Probably won't be doing anything like that, but just look at it again just so you know what you're getting. You know, typical stand. And course the figure itself, which we're gonna now release from its clamshell, so check it out. Like I said, it comes in a nice little crinkly plastic that covers it. I mean, just look at what it's protecting underneath, and look, gotta pop these off too, but look at this. I mean, I couldn't wait to get this because I knew it was just gonna have like really awesome detail work on here. Oh, come on. Bring this down. Why does it look crooked in the screen? Anyway, it's part of my camera just tilted, but look at this, guys. Look at this. Looks amazing. A lot of weathering, as you can see, which is what I like about these figures. They look like statues. Like, this could literally be like a statue of Optimus Prime, and it looks really good, right? But it's also an articulated figure. We're going to check that out in just a moment, but it is statue quality. It's absolutely beautiful. I think for the price, it's about 180 bucks. I've seen things much more expensive than that. For example, the Masterpiece Prime. This guy right here, which I paid close to 500 after taxes and shipping and all that, which I also got from BBTS. It's kind of hard to justify. I know this guy transforms, he's got trailers and all that stupid crap, but it's kind of hard to justify when you hold this in your hand and then, of course, it's all a matter of taste and opinion, but when you hold this, but again, it doesn't transform. So a lot of that price goes into all the tooling for the other one. But this, where I think it excels, ooh, I almost dropped, sorry, look at that. Off screen, I dropped my MP44. I think where most of the money goes is really in the detailing. I'm sure they got to do this by hand. I mean, there's no way there's a machine that does this. Somebody's got to weather this by hand, and they got to do it good. I mean, you can't just make one good and then do 100 other ones crappy. Like, very consistent as far as what I've seen and what they do. And I love, I don't know if it picks up on camera, but there's like a wash, like a rust wash. You can kind of see it turning red there, like an orangey looking thing. And then the little corners have silver scuffs, which is absolutely amazing, especially when you hold it in hand. This thing's pretty hefty. Love this thing. It does have an LED feature. Hopefully I can find the batteries during this review. Another thing I want to point out when it comes to the detailing is this here, those little specks, like the oil just splatter on there, and then the burnt stacks here at the top, which is really cool. And then the face, it's got a nice worn, tattered face. Another feature I want you guys to check out is the tires. Believe it or not, the tires, they don't spin, I don't think, but they are rubberized, which is really nice. The treads have some dirt in them. They got the steel looking rims with the wash on them. I mean, they did an absolutely stunning job on this. I mean, the paint alone Again, you could just leave this as a statue and it would just look great on any display case. But what's great is you can also articulate it. I'm not going to go crazy with the articulation. That's not my type of collecting, but just know there is a lot of articulation, which we're actually going to touch on right now. So we'll check out the head. So you got the head on a ball joint. You'll also see the neck is moving, but the head is separate from the neck. You can kind of see the ball joint in there, maybe not. So standard, articulation in the head, which is pretty good. You got these smokestack pieces that move. Whoops, I was going to say not only the outside, but they pop off. Not only this piece, but also the big shoulder piece. You do have like the butterfly, I guess people call that, right? The butterfly movement. Then obviously the arms. They'll rotate around. I'm not going to go all crazy with that. You got the bicep swivel. You do have, I believe it's double jointed, is it? Is it double jointed? Yeah, double jointed elbow, as you can see there. Waist. The waist moves. It's really tight, but of course you got to be careful with like banging into all these other things. That's one thing you really have to be careful for. A lot of these pieces do move out of the way, obviously, but you don't want to scuff too many things. It's such a beautiful paint job. It would be a disgrace to scratch any of this. But yeah, you got the waist. As far as ab crunch, I don't think it has ab crunch. I think it does. Yeah, well, sort of. It's on the upper part, but look at the way that splits up, guys. Look at that. I don't think I've ever put it this far, but look at the attention to detail again. There's not a lot of space between the panels. Just this big space up here, but look at this. It's really nicely done. Very happy with this. As you can see, got the butt flaps. They also move. A lot of the things are kind of tight and seized because, of the paint. I didn't get that paint smell from this. Usually when the toys are, collectibles are stained or weathered, they're usually kind of tacky and sticky, but not this one. I got my bag of batteries. There's actually a bunch of stuff in here, but throat's really bothering me, but I hope it's not any of that stuff that's going around. But maybe it's because I just haven't been talking much. I mean, not much to do lately around here, but I think these are the batteries. We're going to check them out. There's a bunch here. I'm sure I'll find something, but what we got to do is get back to his head. We're going to pop it off, and then the top of the head pops off, and it's similar to Bumblebee. It's got this little chipset here, whatever you want to call it. It's got a button and of course the LED. It's a very tiny LED, but it's very, very effective. So you're going to squeeze the two batteries in there. We're going to check it out, see what's going on. Now we're going to use the instruction booklet so that we don't mess anything up. What I like about the instruction booklet, it's not much, but it is in full color. Nice photography there. This explains here the LED. Alright, the on and off switch is actually on the forehead. So it tells you how to put the batteries, which are two AG13s. I don't know all the other equivalents, but I'll find out for this review. Hopefully we'll get it to work. And then it gives you, the arm and shoulder movement. So a lot of the articulation is shown there. And of course, these little electrified things is really points of contact. So it's just letting you know about paint scratching. Again, it's a shame if you scratch it, so just be careful. And then the leg and foot movement. I didn't actually show you the rest of the articulation, did I? Yeah, I didn't. I don't know what happened. I'm going to get back to that in a second. I'm sorry, I'm tired, it's late. But yeah, it just goes over that the entire time. So we're just going to finish up real quick here. I'm sorry. So the articulation, I was telling you to be careful with everything, but the legs do splay out just really tight. Get the joints right there. You get the upper thigh swivel. You get the knee. Check this out. Look at the way the knee moves. Reminds me of some Gundam figures where the kneecaps always move, but look at that. Pretty cool. And then you got the ankles. You do have a tilt front and back, and then I believe it has a toe. Yeah, the toe moves also. And plus these little panels move out of the way. Alright, anyway, getting back to the LED. Sorry about that. I get distracted sometimes with all the editing and stuff, but okay. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. So the AG13 is an LR44 equivalent. I think I see those a lot. I have to find them somewhere around here, so it's just going to take a moment till I find the correct battery. Alright, I was going to be upset that I didn't have any, but it turns out the GPA 76, what, they just stick to one freaking size. Right? Isn't that annoying? So I got 2 of these. Let me see if they got any power in them. I did find batteries that work. They're definitely not the ones that they recommend. So I would assume that you would need to do this at your own risk. If you don't find batteries, I found ones that fit. They fit loosely, but they work. But anyway, it's not an LR44 nor GE whatever 76. It's pretty much an FUCK 69. So we are going to plug this up at the top because we want to check it out, obviously. The batteries might not be the greatest, but they got the eyes to light up, so that's important. We're going to shut off just one of the lights, and then we're going to push on this little forehead piece. You see? There's the LED feature. It's a nice blue. It's not like too bright. It's very, you would probably not even see it with any lights on, but yeah, pretty nice little blue feature LED. Set also comes with alternate hands and this blaster here, so we're going to put one of the blaster holding hands and then one of the open hands so you can check it out. But before we do that, yeah, just take a look at the detailing on this. It's a nice little, very slight, but they just run like a silver brush over it just to give it a little more depth, which is really nice. I keep saying really nice. This, it's slightly reminiscent, I guess, of the G1 because of this shape back here, but they obviously they modernize it and style it, but it's a really nice looking piece. So let's get that going on. Now, getting the hand on there, I would suggest being very careful. Is not like, to keep this tight on the weapon, there's not a lot of space. Just be careful you don't break the vinyl. I mean, very resilient hands, but still, just be careful. He does have the open hand. This is the one I'm going to put on his other hand. He does have relaxed hands, obviously the fists that are on there. Then he's got this one. Look at this. Oh my lord. Wee, wee, wee. Anyway, let's go ahead and, wow, listen to that creak. Alright, pop this on. You obviously want to be more careful than I am. I usually break stuff when I'm putting weapons on. I didn't get the ball joint to pop in, so that might fall out, but the hell, it's not even, whoa. Alright, I should do this off camera, but that's how you catch stuff breaking, right? You guys enjoy that. Yeah, I didn't pop the ball joints on. Obviously it's being very stubborn, but you can see the open hand, the gun. Surprised the camera's not focusing on this part here. It's actually still focusing on Prime. That's amazing. This camera is cooperating today. Very good, very good. Can't forget to do a size comparison with Bumblebee. I almost put this away without showing you guys that, and then I'm like, oh, well, here's Bumblebee. Yeah, and it goes right up to like right below his boobs, right? So, which is I'm assuming completely accurate to the movie. By the way, Bumblebee is also available at BBTS, so make sure to look in the description below. If I forgot, just check out my review, which is what I was going to get at. I also did a review of this guy, so check that out. Well guys, I think that's going to bring us to the end. I'm sorry it wasn't the most energetic video, but I am tired. It is late. I've been working. I'm considered essential in real life. So, and because it's more statuesque than it is like a full-blown play toy, there's really not much I can really be showing you on this thing, but I do recommend it. I'm going to just say it. I do recommend it. If you like Optimus Prime, you like the movie, or you like the way this looks, even if you're not the biggest Prime fan, maybe you just like robots, because I collect robots for stuff that I don't know anything about, just because they're cool. But yeah, anyway, if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you're enjoying the videos, Patreon helps bring you more of this, keeps the videos coming in even quicker. And I want to thank my current patrons, or whatever, patrons or patrons, right? Anyway, so thank you guys. And again, questions, anything, leave them below. Like, dislike, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I never said that before, I don't think. And that's it. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.